I'm Eddie Field with Field Guide to DIY with a word about prepping your home for extreme cold weather. First, let's start with plumbing. You know, you'd be spending thousands of dollars for repairing your home after a burst frozen pipe. The first thing you want to do is you want to remove the garden hose from the outside hose bib on the outside of your home. What happens is the little bit of water that's in the garden hose will actually cause freezing behind the valve in the crawl space or in the foundation of the home. So remove that garden hose and store it till the spring. Also, you may want to put a protective cover. They sell these snap-on foam, styrofoam covers that go over your hose bib. And if you don't have one of those, you may just want to wrap it with a towel. Next, if you have a cutoff for those outside hose bibs, close that valve and stop the supply to those lines, open them up and get the water out of those hose bibs. Also, do you have a crawl space? Make sure all the vents to the crawl space are closed, and you may want to add like a shop light or some sort of utility light to provide an extra level of heat into the crawl space area. Also, while we're on the subject of those shop lights, do you have an above ground well? Put one of those shop lights in the above ground well pump house. That will help keep the bladder warm and those pipes from freezing. Next, on the inside of the house, do you have any plumbing that's in the exterior wall? If you have a kitchen sink that's under a window, your plumbing is in that exterior wall. What you want to do is you want to open those cabinet doors and allow the heat from the home to go in and protect that plumbing from freezing up. You probably also want to have like the faucet on a very light drip, drip, drip from the middle, so it's drawing from both the hot and cold side. And also, if you're like us, your clothes washing machine is also on the exterior wall. So you may want to periodically just run a little bit of water into the drum on your washing machine just to keep water going through that line. Then in the next morning, you can just do a load or empty the drum. Next, we want to help lighten the load on your HVAC. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have clean filters in there. You're already putting a strain on the system by making it run constantly. Just a reminder, heat pumps are not designed for extreme cold weather. That's why they have coils with auxiliary and emergency heat in them. So when your heat pump clicks into auxiliary or emergency mode, you're going to smell the dust that is on those coils burning off. And that's that smell. That's okay. Next, you want to adjust your thermostat to the lower end of comfortable. We don't want to freeze you. We just want to make it a little easier on the system. So if you're used to 70 degrees, see if you can tolerate 66, 67 degrees and put a jacket on or a sweater and bundle up with a loved one while you're watching TV at night. You may also want to close the vents to some of the unused rooms like the office or a spare bedroom. And never, ever, ever use exterior grills, charcoal grills, or anything like that inside the house. I know you say, well, I have the window open. Don't do it. Don't ever do it. And while we're on the subject, replace the old smoke detector with a new smoke detector. Newer model smoke detectors actually have carbon monoxide testing as well, and that'll help protect you while you're bundling up, keeping all this draft out. Next, you want to keep the warm air in, the cold, drafty air out. So you may want to purchase this film that goes over your windows. It's a two-sided peel and stick with like a saran wrap film that goes over your window frame, and then you take a blow dryer and shrink it to fit. Next, I've actually seen folks tack up blankets or quilts over those windows until the cold snap passes. These are just a few tips that I've come up with. If there are any other suggestions, be sure to drop them in the comments below. Stay warm, and thanks for watching.